Welcome to the ACT video series. In this video, we will explore contacts and how to store information in the contact record. This is the detail view of a typical contact record. There are several different field types available here, which allows you to safeguard the type of information that gets entered in each field. In addition to text fields, there are date fields, drop-down lists, monetary fields, simple yes or no checkboxes, and more. You can make use of any of these required fields, or you can set them to read-only status for certain users of your system. These are both advanced topics that we'll cover in a different video. One of the best pieces of advice concerning contact records is this. The more information that you can enter on this contact detail view, the easier it will be for you to utilize that data later. Try to enter as much information about your contacts as possible. The contact record contains all the information you see here on the upper half of the screen, but it also contains everything in each of the tabs below. These tabs are a valuable way of saving more details about each of your contacts. The Activities tab contains a list of scheduled activities for this contact. If you have scheduled a call or a meeting with this contact sometime in the future, then it will be listed here in the Activities tab. You can also create new activities or even follow-up activities here as well. When you create an activity here, it will also show up on your calendar and your task list of something that still needs to be completed. And once an activity is completed, you can check the box next to it to clear it. Activities that have been signified as cleared will be crossed out and will be moved to the history list in ACT. ACT will also create a record on the history tab of this contact stating that you have completed the activity. The Opportunities tab allows you to monitor and make any adjustments that you need to the sales cycle concerning this contact. We will cover opportunities in a later video, but for now, make note that this tab is where you can view opportunity data for a specific contact. The History tab is a way for ACT to automatically generate and collect historical records for contacts. When you send an email to a contact through ACT, a history record will be created and stored here for this contact to commemorate it. Other actions in ACT can also automatically create a history record for a contact, but you can also manually create a history record from within this tab. The Notes tab lets you quickly create and save basic notes about this contact that you might want to recall later. A note could be something as simple as their favorite football team, the name of their spouse, or even the type of product that they like best. The Notes tab typically helps salespeople connect with prospective clients on future sales calls. The Documents tab allows you to attach a document directly to the contact record. You can choose to add the document to the database, or you can add a link to the document if you don't want it to reside on your database. By using a link, it will point to the document on your computer or shared drive rather than the database. Documents are useful when you have contracts that you need to review for any contact. Moving along to the Groups and Companies tab, this shows you the groups and companies to which this contact belongs. We're going to look at both groups and companies in two separate videos later. The Secondary Contacts tab allows you to assign a subordinate contact to this contact record. For example, if your contact has an administrative assistant to whom you occasionally speak, you would want to add them to this tab for future reference. They won't exist in ACT as a normal contact record, although you can easily promote them to become a new contact when necessary. In the Relationships tab, you can set up a relationship between two contacts. This is very useful when you have two contacts from different companies who may be business partners in some other way. With ACT, the more information you gather will help you in servicing your contacts. The Web Info tab is an internal web browser within ACT. You can use it to link to the contact's website, or even point to useful links on the left, such as their Facebook account, driving directions to their office, their LinkedIn profile, and more. In the Personal Info tab, you can collect personal information about your contacts. This includes things like birthday, spouse's name, personal phone number and email address, and more. The Contact Access tab provides basic information about this contact record, such as who is the record manager, when was this record created or edited last, And this tab is also where you can decide whether you want to restrict access to this contact record from other users in ACT. If it's listed as public, anyone on your ACT account can view it, but you can also choose to make it private or even limit its access to selected individuals. Finally, the User Fields tab is just an area where we've provided 10 blank fields that you can customize for any additional contact information that you want to collect. We're going to look at field and layout customization in a separate video. This concludes this video on Introduction to Contacts. You should now have enough familiarity and basic wisdom to know how to begin gathering data for your contact records.